Hi everybody, it's Lorraine Murray here from Connected Kids. I am delighted to be here to be back in Scotland after teaching in Canada, which was a wonderful experience and a wonderful country. But what's really exciting is that I want to give you a really short book review and some really exciting information with regards to that book. It's not one of my books, it's a book I read recently by a man called Dr. Dan Siegel, and the book is called The Whole Brain Child. I've got it here. Oops, see it there. And the reason I'm so excited about this book is because it's just one of the best books I've ever read in recent times about child development and brain development. But also, we're going to be doing an online interview with Dan Siegel at the end of November. And so this is your opportunity to know more about that, and I'll talk about that later, just once I've given it a little review. But you can actually join in on that live talk for free, okay? So let me give you a couple of my takeaways from The Whole Brain Child. 12 proven strategies to nurture your child's developing mind. One of the, I'm afraid when I come to read a book, I don't just read the book. I actually devour the book if it's really good. And you can see, I don't know if you can see, I've folded over lots of pages. There's lots of pages in here that have been folded over, which means that there's lots of information there that I've gone, yes, that's fantastic. Oh my goodness, I didn't realise this. And the thing I like most about this book is that I do my research when it comes to teaching young people meditation. I'm really interested not just in that energy perspective, which surrounds meditation in terms of how it affects our energy, mentally, emotionally, physically, but I'm also really interested in the brain development and how that's affected in children, especially if we teach young people mindfulness and meditation. And I think this book is a wonderful tool to help you understand that in a way that will meet your needs, whether you're teaching your own children or whether you're working with someone else's children in a professional capacity, okay? I think it has a lot of practical exercises, and he talks about something that I refer to in our level 2 class, which is the importance of the prefrontal cortex, which sits behind your forehead here, and the back of the brain, which is just at the base of your skull, and the amygdala in the centre. I talk about that in a great deal in my level 2 course, and also the second book, Connected Kids. And it's all about bringing balance to those parts of your brain. And he talks about what happens when children are actually having experiences as they grow up, and how those parts of the brain develop and what starts to take over and when things should develop by. But he does it in such a lovely, simple, practical way, along with practical exercises that you can do with your kids as well. And then the other part that he talks about, which I also refer to in my training in my book, is the left and right sides of the brain. The more kind of logical aspect of our brain, the way it processes, and the emotional, the right side of our brain. And again, very practical exercises for you to try, as well as understanding why these things actually work. And when I was reading this, that really brought home to me the importance of the work that we do in helping children to process emotions and experiences and thoughts by the way that we teach them meditation and mindfulness. So that was one of the things I really wanted to highlight there. I also really like the book because it shows you how to explain some of the brain development to your own children. Children can understand eventually how things like parts of their body work, their lungs, breathing. They can understand that their legs hold them up and they've got muscles and bones, but we don't really explain to them what's going on with their brain and helping them process that enormous organ in their body that has such a responsibility. And again, he does a wonderful job of not just explaining to you the adult, but also helping young people to understand what's going on with their brain. Because if we don't understand what's going on with us as we have the experience, it can create a lot of unnecessary and challenging emotions and behaviours that can exacerbate a problem. So he does that really well. And what I really like is that he has coined a phrase called mindsight. Now, when I was reading this in the book, it really made me think about meditation. It's a different word for me for the same thing. Mindsight, being able to reflect, mindful awareness, mindfulness, self-awareness. These are all the same words for a particular type of meditation, and he calls it mindsight. And so he's trying to, in a very gentle way, start to show children how to use that ability, that skill, to develop mindsight, the ability to reflect. And that's the essence of what meditation is. And of course, he also encourages the adult, you, the parent or the teacher or educator, professional, to also practice mindsight. And he explains why this is so important for us to do it too. So I was having many eureka moments when I was reading this book, and so excited about it. I really wanted to share and to make you aware of it. And if you're not sure where to get it, if you look at the website, Teach Children Meditation, we've listed it under the resources section because we think it's such a great book that you should have in your meditation tool bag. So the talk that we've got coming up, it's going to take place online, and it's going to be a free event. I've secured this with his admin team, and it will take place on the 28th of November, which is a Monday. The time of the interview will be on the website, so if you want to look at teachchildrenmeditation.com, as I said, and have a look for that. And it's going to be about maybe 15 minutes long, 15-20 minutes. And I'm going to ask him lots of questions. I'm going to send them to him. If you have any questions you would like to be asked, you can email me in advance through the website, or you can listen in. There may be the capacity to ask some questions. There is a limited capacity of how many people can listen to the live session, so it is a first come first served basis. It's free, but there will be a recorded session that you can listen to afterwards. So I'm very excited about this because I think, you know, he is what I call a pioneer of peace, and I do hope that you can join us. And thank you so much for listening, and keep teaching children meditation and mindfulness. Have a wonderful day.